Hey everybody, welcome back to The Simple Hick. I'm The Simple Hick. Bet you guys are probably also wondering what my real name is. Up until this point, I haven't really said my name a whole lot. It's come up a couple times, but I figured now's a good time to just go ahead and just let you guys know who I am. My name is Chris. I also wanted to kind of give you guys some insight on why I chose the name that I did for my YouTube channel. And it's actually pretty simple. No pun intended, but I've always been a simple guy in general. I don't like to make things too complicated. I enjoy the simple things in life, and as you can see in the outfield, there's a whole lot of corn, and that's what you see quite a bit in this state that I live in, Nebraska. So, as you know, a lot of people refer to Nebraskans as Hicks or rednecks. I don't really take offense to it. It's kind of just something that everybody that's around here is used to. So that's my name, The Simple Hick. So I figured I'd just come out here and take a look at this place that I've spent a lot of time in my childhood. This is what we used to call Hayworth Park, or Hayworth Field. This is the south field. There's actually a north field right over there, but spent a lot of time playing baseball and softball in my later years down here. So figured I'd just come down here and check it out, shoot a quick little video. My main position was pitcher, so I spent a lot of time looking around. Look to third, look at second, see what the catcher wants me to call, wants me to pitch. Take a look back to first, make sure the runner's not leaning too far. If he is, step off real quick, gun it over to first, try to pick him off. Of course, only happened a couple times, but I enjoyed pitching. My nickname on one of my teams, at least, maybe two teams, was Stretch. I used to, no matter what, I used to like pitching from the stretch. And that's where you're in this position, stretched out like this. I had pretty good peripheral vision, so I could see what was going on all around me. Most people, when there's no one on base, they'll just pitch from the standard windup, which is just like this. But I could pitch from the stretch pretty much at all times, so that's kind of why I got that nickname. But anyway, enough about baseball. Recently, my life's taken a pretty drastic change. Unfortunately, I lost my mother, so it's been pretty hard. To say the least, but figured I'd make the best of it. You learn unfortunately, you learn that there's not you never have enough time on this earth to do the things that you want to do, so I figured spend more time doing the stuff that I like to do, and that's camping and being outdoors. Getting out more often, anything outdoors. I enjoy fishing, camping, and as of lately, I've been trying to figure out ways to do that more often. And one way that I've found that makes it easier for my situation is to just toss a tote in the back of my truck and just get out there and just do it. And then I don't have to worry about the cleanup process, tearing down a tent and breaking down camp. Everything's right there in the truck, so if you have to, you just toss everything back in the truck, close the doors up, and take off. So I think that's a good idea for my situation, being that I still work a full-time job to kind of make ends meet. It just allows me on, whenever I get off work or Friday nights, to just get a tote ready, throw everything in it, my food, drinks, cooler, grab everything, toss it in the back of the truck, and go. So I think that's what I'm going to set out to do a little more often, and hopefully that allows me to get out and do the things that I want to do, because there's just not enough time. And at the end of the day, you want to not feel like you wasted your life. So as I round the bases and approach home plate, that's my goal. And I've always been into I've always had a creative side. Back in elementary school, I've always been into art, drawing, and I actually won a couple t-shirt contests back in the day and had my art paintings selected to be sent down to our local library. So among other things, I used to be a web designer, graphics designer. I did some audio design. I had made some beats and sold them. As far as the web design stuff, I kind of just did that on the side, just as a hobby. So naturally, I would eventually start down the road of video and shooting video, and found that that's something that I enjoy to do more than most of the other things. So back in the day, I started my own YouTube channel. Back in like 2005, I want to say, is when I created my first one, after watching YouTube for several years. I'm not even sure when it came out, but I was one of the first people on it. I know that. Back then, I didn't really create too many videos, but I was definitely on there watching the videos. But then eventually, I had my own YouTube channel that I would shoot video on, and there was one video I remember shooting that I didn't expect to do a whole lot. It actually went viral, and it was on the front page of YouTube back then. And YouTube wasn't owned by Google back then, so it looked a lot different. Having your video on the front page of YouTube was a pretty big thing. Now there's not really a front page with all this AI stuff going on. Everyone sees their own whatever's recommended to them, so it's not the same as it used to be. But anyway, it wasn't a video that I could make money off of, unfortunately. This was on a different channel that I had years ago that I've since taken down. And after that, I decided to create another channel and get a little bit more serious with it. At the same time of being serious with it, it was more of a comedy skit channel, and I shot some videos with some friends. And if I still had that up there, I would be way too embarrassed to show anybody that kind of stuff. So that stuff was taken down, and the videos were deleted from existence. I think I still might have like 3 or 4 of those videos, but nobody's ever gonna see those. But anyway, I figured I'd document some of my hiking videos and camping videos and whatnot, and that's what you're seeing now on this channel. So figured I'd keep the tradition going and even get more serious about it. And so I figured eventually I was going to have to introduce everybody to myself. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about me, who I am. I'd like to continue to keep you guys updated as to what's going on. So hopefully you feel more of a connection. If so, that's cool. If not, whatever. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about me, feel free to leave a comment on any of my videos. But I really appreciate you guys stopping by, watching this video, if you made it this far. And encourage you guys to do the same thing, because you never know how much time you have. And yeah, if I can help any of you guys out by doing that, just shoot me a message. Alright, well, take care, guys. See ya.